This is the Civilization 4 NLL. Hello and welcome to the Noble Leaders League. I am Kjotleik. This is the first division game between Peter and Suleiman. Peter is number 11 with 9 points in 2-1-2 form. He did lose round 10 at Julius Caesar and has no wins in his last 3 games. Suleiman number 14 with 8 points in 2-0-3 form, lost round 10 at Huayna Capac. These are the starting positions. Here we see Peter. He starts on the western part, on the lower southwestern part of the starting continent, next to some fish and some horses and a lot of forests. If we go eastwards, we find the starting position of Suleiman all the way in the east. He starts here, there is some clams, there is also fish up here, 2 marble resources and some cows. It's a smaller part here as well, and then there's a big part in the middle. And then there is a smaller part in the west where Peter is starting, so let's get the game rolling to see who is going to get the best early game here. 1 city each from the start, of course. Peter versus Suleiman in round 11 of fixtures, and this is a game important for both of them. Both would need a win to get some distance between themselves and the bottom 3. 3 cities Peter, 2 cities Suleiman. At the moment, and we see Peter is a lot stronger than Suleiman in the beginning as well. Up to 5 cities now, Peter. Suleiman is still on 3 cities only. So 6-4 now, Peter with 6 and Suleiman with 4. And it is a little bit, well, Peter is 1.11 times the strength. Suleiman is building up some units, I think. Or maybe Peter is not building any units anymore. 7 cities to 5, 8 cities to 5. And they are almost equal in score, with Peter a few cities ahead. Now they are almost in the middle, both of them, almost touching borders. Suleiman is pleased though with Peter. They are both going construction, and now Suleiman is on calendar, while horseback riding for Peter, 9 cities to 8. And then music next for Peter then. Currency for Suleiman, Peter is 1.4, down to 1.2 the strength again. Now they are building cities up the coastlines, of course. 11 cities to 10, Peter with 1 more. And Peter with a little bit lead in score at the moment, and also he's stronger. Going optics now, Peter though, 12 cities to 10. And Peter is looking good. He hasn't won any of his last 3 games, but now it looks like Peter is putting himself in a very good position here. 1.6 times the strength of Suleiman, higher score, more cities. Yes, this looks good for Peter, of course. He still has the capacity to not win games sometimes. 15 cities to 11, and now Peter is going astronomy as well. Suleiman is going machinery and into guilds, while Peter, and there is the war. We do have a war. 15 cities to 12 as Suleiman settled another one. 16 to 11 immediately as Peter took one. 16 to 11, 17 to 11. Peter is founding cities in the new world now, we see. And also Peter has circumnavigated the globe, I believe. 17 cities to 11. Peter founding more cities, 20 to 10. Suleiman is down to 10 cities. And Peter, yes, he does look like he is going to take advantage of this game now, of his good start. Surely he would need a win. 21 cities to 10, and it looks like Peter is going for domination here now. Turn 258, 259, maybe an early domination at that. 21 cities to 10. Suleiman still on 10 cities. Peter is getting his constitution, and then he goes for corporation. Suleiman getting his compass. What's next for Suleiman then? He's down to 9 cities now, by the way. Next is paper. Peter 23 cities to 9. Suleiman 9 cities left, but they still have a little bit of land, so I think Peter may need to take a few more cities if he wants to win domination now. 23 cities to 9 is the count. Peter going for liberalism, while Suleiman is getting his paper. And I believe that should have been the very first liberalism for Peter. I don't really know, I haven't seen it on the screen, I think it was. And 1 turn away from gunpowder now for Peter. And going chemistry next then. 25 cities to 8, Suleiman with 8 cities. Suleiman trying to go towards gunpowder, Peter already has it, and Peter goes chemistry. So turn 285 is here, 7 cities left for Suleiman now. 7 cities, this is going to be some early turn, 300 something. domination win for Peter, isn't it? 8 cities up for Suleiman now. Peter is expanding in the new world as well, 25 cities to 8. Going for military science next, Peter, while Suleiman is struggling trying to get gunpowder. Suleiman down to 7 cities again. And we see 7 cities towards Peter's 26. And Peter 3.2 times the strength of Suleiman as well. Turn to 98. Still 7 cities for Suleiman. 6 cities now for Suleiman, and Peter goes printing press while Suleiman is on gunpowder. 6 cities left for Suleiman, and Peter, you must be close to domination now. Turn 302. Suleiman did build a Sistine Chapel. I don't think that is going to matter in this game. 6 cities left for Suleiman, and he's getting gunpowder. That could help a little bit, but Peter is already on printing press. And with 27 cities to 6, he has an Ottoman revolt has taken place. Maybe that means that cities will revolt back to Suleiman. That is something Peter should try to avoid. Turn 310, 6 cities left for Suleiman. We are still in war, by the way. Peter 3.6, 3.7 times the strength of Suleiman, 27 cities to 6. But Peter is also building settlers to settle the new world. So he's not focusing 100% on the war efforts. That's why perhaps he is taking his time taking out the Suleiman cities. Suleiman still on 6 cities. Peter is 4 times the strength of Suleiman now. Turn 319. And we are soon getting up to turn 320, which means that we are entering the 20th century. 27 cities, 6, 28 to 5. Suleiman is down to 5 cities. Is this then going to be the domination for Peter? 5 cities left for Suleiman now. 5 cities left. Peter has a few places he hasn't settled up in the north towards the Arctic. And there is this little place out in the east, but now he's settled in the east, Peter, for 30 cities. Suleiman down to 4 cities. Peter 7.9 times the strength of Suleiman. Suleiman is going optics, Peter is going physics. But 4 cities left for Suleiman, and this is going to be a Peter victory. It must be turn 333. It cannot be any other way from this moment on. It has been that way for a long time now. Suleiman is up to 4 cities again though. So Peter is not that good at really getting it done towards the end. 3 cities left for Suleiman now. Turn 340. Peter in a golden age. 2 cities left for Suleiman. Is this going to be a conquest? I thought it was going to be a domination, but maybe I was wrong. Suleiman is going for optics though with 2 cities left, and Peter 32 cities to 2. I was thinking about domination. I still think that's a possibility, but now only 1 city left for Suleiman, which means that Peter is probably winning conquest then, or he settled a city up in the Arctic. Tobolsk was settled, and that was enough to give him the domination win. Peter wins domination turn 346, 1926 AD. Congratulations with the win and the 2 points. Peter declared war in 1610 AD, turned to 32, winning 13-1 in city captures. It ended with its domination win after 316 years, 114 turns in war. Okay, let's go take a look at the stats and the graphs and the stuff. We see Peter is the red, Suleiman is in the green. We see the score, we see the GNP, the production, the food, the power, the culture, and then the espionage. Let's go take a look at the numbers, the demographics numbers then, with Peter here into the left and then Suleiman to the right. We see Peter with almost 20.9 million inhabitants towards the end of the game, and his numbers are decent. Top 6 cities and wonders then. We see one wonder in the BC era, that was the Oracle in Dirn, and we see Peter now controlling all of the top 6 cities. Statistics: Peter on 23 cities built, 2 religions, 3 golden ages, currently on 77 windmills, 41 towns, 28 cottages. He did build in his cities 25 barracks, 24 granaries, 23 lighthouses, down to 1 aqueduct. And let's go page down to see the Church of the Nativity as the last building on the list of buildings built by Peter. Current units: he has 70 longbowmen, 55 grenadiers, 42 musketmen, down to 1 great spy. He did train a total of 68 workboats, 66 longbowmen, 31 cuirassiers and trebuchets, down to 4 great generals there. Let's go page down. And 1 great artist at the bottom of the list of units trained. So let's look at the kills: 33 longbowmen, 22 catapults, 19 janissaries, down to 1 Islamic missionary, and the losses: 21 trebuchets, 17 macemen, 10 cuirassiers and 1 axeman. Suleiman's numbers: 12 cities built, 5 religions founded, currently on 3 windmills, a farm and a mine, and he did build in his cities 11 granaries, 10 lighthouses, 9 barracks, down to the Apostolic Palace as the last building on the list. Current units are 3 longbowmen, a worker, a workboat and a trireme. He did train a total of 24 archers, 22 catapults, 21 longbowmen, down to 3 spies. Page down, and we see a great engineer at the bottom of the list here. The kills, let's confirm those: 21 trebuchets, 17 macemen, 10 cuirassiers, down to 1 knight, and the losses were 33 longbowmen, 22 catapults, 19 janissaries and 1 Jewish missionary. Let's go take a look at the victory condition screen. Here we see Peter getting 74.16% of the land area, and that was enough to win the domination. Peter built the Apostolic Palace. He was nowhere near culture, didn't try for that, so let's go exit and take a look at his cities then. 34 of them in total, sort by population. Yes, we are at the top. Moscow, pop 18, St. Petersburg 14, Novgorod 13, and we see the rest down there. They are happy and healthy and decent food. I might say good food in Moscow. 43 at this stage is good. Base commerce, a few cities, 73 in Moscow, that's really good. And then 47, I see 36, 45, 45, yeah, 44 in St. Petersburg, good stuff. Decentish production as well, it looks. Not the best, but good enough. Kayseri, pop 6 is the last city on page 1. Let's go to the bottom 6 and find Kayseri. And then Magadan, pop 5, is the first city on page 2, and you can see the rest of the numbers there. I'm going to try to take a look at the 1 city left for Suleiman now, if he can manage to keep it while I change leaders over. Suleiman, okay. Immediately click here and see that Marcin is left, pop 5 city that is happy and healthy and is building a trireme to defend himself from Peter's attack. Congratulations with that decision, Suleiman. Spoiler alert, results and updated league tables follows after this screen. And then we congratulate Peter with the domination win 1926 turn 346 and see that he is now number 9 in the table with 11 points and a -2 score turn difference. Suleiman number 15 with 8 points and a -40 score turn difference. Tomorrow is the continuation of the 3rd division games, and what a game we start off tomorrow with. It's Montezuma versus Shaka. This is the first game tomorrow. I don't think you want to miss that one. Okay, a little bit later today though is the next game in the first qualifying round of the Noble Leaders Cup, if you want to follow that one. I am Kjotleik, this has been the Noble Leaders League. I hope to see you back later. Goodbye for now.